Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE Academic. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. Well, I'm back with yet another super awesome packed video on exam disasters. What could possibly go wrong in your PTE test? Well, before we get into the video, if not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. At any time you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance. You can check the information in the description of this video. We have left a WhatsApp link. You can click on the link, send us a message. I'll be there, we will be there to help you guide in the right direction. Alright, without further delay, let's straight away get right into the video. The very first exam disaster gonna be, remember, the PT environment will not be very serene, silent, as if you're trekking to Himalayas. It will be exactly like a fish market. Hope you have been to a fish market. If not to a fish market, any vegetable market, the noise of it, the people around making that huge noise, exact way in the exam, it will be there. So basically this, if people are not prepared, if people are not aware that this could be a scenario, trust me, they will be shocked, surprised, and they wouldn't know what to speak, how to speak, lapse into concentration. They will not be able to focus. So remember this, it's gonna be most likely a fish market kind of ambience, huge noise, everyone will be shouting, screaming and speaking at the same time. So every day when you practice, make sure you practice in a noisy environment. Correct? Turn on the TV and start doing read aloud. Turn on the TV or go to a place where your family members all talk and you just practice for your repeat sentence, describe image, read a lecture. If you don't do this directly on the exam day, unaware of this, if you go, trust me, you will be surprised, you will be shocked, you will not be able to focus. Be aware of it. The second disaster that could completely go wrong in your exam is microphone turning off due to silence detected. Remember, any part of the exam in speaking after the beep sound, meaning the mic is now on, and if you don't speak for 3 straight seconds, the 4th second microphone will turn off, especially in read aloud. Let's say a beep sound appeared and you started speaking, and then you encountered a difficult word for which you don't know how exactly to pronounce. So you're taking your own time to understand how to pronounce it. In doing so, 3 seconds are over. 4th second, you're trying to speak, but before you do so, there would have been a message appeared on your screen. Silence detected, microphone turning off. But you wouldn't notice it because you are focusing right above it, meaning the lines of the read aloud, and you end up speaking everything. Well, you spoke, but nothing was recorded. Similar instance will happen even in repeat sentence. Audio plays. Let's say the audio is, please come to the next seminar properly prepared. Beginning in 3, beginning in 2, beginning in 1. You have to start speaking now. There won't be beep sound. But if you don't speak, because you are trying to write the first letter of each word, in doing so, you took some extra 3-4 seconds. The microphone is on, you have not spoken, you're still trying to recollect what the audio was all about. In doing so, 3 seconds, first 3 seconds you did not speak, but 4th second you opened your mouth, but what is the use? The microphone is already turned off. Remember, 3 seconds will give you chance. 3 seconds, start speaking. If you don't speak, then 4th second you speak, whether you see the screen or not, there would be a message saying microphone has stopped working because silence detected. Be aware of it. Just make sure once you listen to the beep sound or once you're aware that mic is on, start speaking immediately or probably after half a second. Don't delay it. You delay it by 3 seconds, 4th second microphone will turn off. Whatever you speak will not be recorded. Third exam disaster that could completely go wrong in the exam is your pen. The pen could actually stop working. They would have given you a marker, and the first instance where you use the marker is probably in written lecture, which is the 4th section in your PT speaking. You are supposed to keep the cap closed. If you keep the cap open because you tested the pen whether it is working or not, and you forgot to keep the cap closed, you just kept the cap over here, pen is over here, it's a marker, ink will dry up just like this. Probably within 5-10 minutes the entire ink could dry up. But oblivious to the fact, meaning you're not sure about this, you have been into the computer for your read aloud, repeat sentence, describe image, then written lecture came, audio started, you took the pen, it wrote for some time, probably 5-6 seconds, 10 seconds. After that, the pen stopped working. Now during the scenario, what you do, you raise your hand, invigilator will be somewhere chit-chatting with someone or WhatsApping or Instagramming. The moment they see you, probably she will come or he will come, and then you will tell the invigilator about the scenario. Then they realize it, they go inside, they come back with a new pen. By that time the audio is over. As a result, this can be a biggest disaster which happened to me in my last attempt. Well, with this also I got 90, that's a separate scenario. But the point is, in order to avoid this, make sure the cap that they give, don't open it. Once you're done with it, keep it closed. Or ask her more than one pen. Usually they don't give, but your luck. If they give you well and good. Only thing is, don't always keep it open. When you're writing, it's fine. Once you finish writing, keep it closed. Or once you finish that question, keep it closed, especially the cap. Otherwise, it's gonna be a big disaster. Remember this. The fourth disaster that could completely go wrong in your exam is the timing of this essay module. 90% of the students will not type and practice the essay under some timed environment. They just memorize the essay or the template and be sure that I'll manage somehow in the exam. If this is the scenario in the exam, you go there, you started typing, but your typing speed is not faster. You never realize this because you never practiced with a timed environment of 20 minutes. Now you go to the examination hall, started typing, 18, 19 minutes over in just typing. 1 minute is left, last conclusion is pending. You somehow typed fast, full of spelling mistakes, full of grammatical errors. And now you decided, let me proofread the entire essay and check for spelling errors. But where is the time? 20-minute timer will be over. With this, if you make 10 spelling mistakes, you're gonna mostly get 0 marks in your essay. It's one spelling mistake costs you 2 marks, 10, most probably 20 marks. It doesn't work that way, but 15 marks for the essay, entire thing will be gone case if you make more than 7 to 8 spelling mistakes. So this is the problem whenever let's say you have a typing problem. Your typing speed is all good, you're into IT every day, you have to code and type, there are no issues. But if you're not into IT or not into computer on an everyday basis, typing speed is very slow, then every day you need to type in a timed environment and see. Are you finishing the essay in less than 15 minutes? Because the remaining 5 minutes of this 20-minute timer, right? The remaining 5 minutes, you need to proofread. This is the essence. Well, if you're not aware of this, trust me, it's gonna be a shocker in the examination hall. As a result, you would not know how many spelling mistakes you made. Marks completely gone case towards your writing. Be aware of it. The fifth disaster that could completely go wrong in your exam is this. After your essay writing, the moment you click the submit button of your essay, the reading timer starts, but you don't see the reading, writing, fill in the blanks question. Instead, what do you see? The rules of the reading module. Why do you want to read the rules of a reading module? You take, let's say, 2-3 minutes just to read the rules of the reading module. Those 2 minutes timer gone case. Be very careful. The moment you click the submit button, reading module starts, but reading questions will not appear. Some rules will appear. Click next and immediately go to the first question, that is reading, writing, fill in the blanks. If you don't do this, this is gonna be a biggest shocker. Trust me on this. Don't fall prey to this. Quickly move on to the first question and start doing your questions. The sixth disaster is about reading, writing, fill in the blanks, which is always time consuming. If you go to the examination hall, after your essay comes reading, writing, fill in the blanks, big lengthy question, and you start solving it word by word reading, trying to understand what it is. It's gonna be a real lengthy one in the beginning, which consumes a lot of time. You're not supposed to give more than 2.5 minutes per question. But in doing all the questions correctly, trying to understand if this is the correct answer or this is the correct answer, rolling the dice, praying your God, a lot of things will happen. Per question, on an average, from my experience, student will end up taking 5 minutes. This costs you a lot of trouble. Why? Because in here, you're supposed to get 2.5 minutes and not more than that. But if you take 5 minutes per question, you did 5 questions, 20-25 minutes done. Once you finish this module comes multiple choice and then reorder the paragraph. They are dummy, and then comes reading, fill in the blanks. That's very important. 5 questions will be left. And you see the 5 questions are left and you say timer, 3 minutes or 4 minutes is left. Per question you will take 2.5 to 3 minutes. One question you will be able to do the remaining 3 or 4 questions. You just click randomly and move on. This is what is happening for a lot of students. And why this has happened? Poor time management, first thing. Second thing is they're not aware of this reading, writing, fill in the blank. Simply they end up taking a lot of time because it's a very lengthy question type. Hope you're getting it. Reading, writing, fill in the blanks per question, not more than 2.5 minutes or max 3 minutes. If you end up taking 5 minutes, trust me, reading module completely gone case. Be aware of this disaster. The seventh disaster that can go wrong in the exam is the timing for your essay. Summarize written text or the spoken text. The time that is left, let's say in the essay, it is for 20 minutes and you finished in 15 minutes. what people think, the remaining 5 minutes can be carried forward to the next module. The same way people think in summarized written text. The same way people think in summarized spoken text. Summarized spoken text is the first module in the listening section. So what usually newbies think, 10 minutes of timer is not required for this. What I'll do, I'll finish it in 5 minutes quickly as possible. So that extra 5 minutes, I get to solve the rest of the questions. You're 100% wrong. And in doing so, in a rush, you make a lot of spelling mistakes towards your summarized spoken text, marks gone case. Remember, when a certain module is timed, that particular timer you cannot carry forward to the next set of questions. So it's suggested you consume the entire time basically in reviewing the spelling mistakes, grammatical errors, whatever it is. You do whatever you want in the entire time. You don't have to click next. Automatically it will be submitted once the timer runs off. Or if you really want, you can click the next button once you're very close to the timer running off. Let's say if 10 minutes are there, 9 minutes 55 seconds you click next. If in 7th minute you finished everything, 3 minutes I will save and go to the next question. No, it will not be saved. It is just done and dusted over there. Use that extra time if you finished answering it quickly to proofread them. Don't think it will carry forward for the next set of questions, so I will finish it faster. Never do this. This is gonna be again another disaster. The 8th disaster that could go wrong in the exam is listening fill in the blanks when the blanks are very closely located. The one something like that on my screen, if for the first blank it is easy to and you're writing it very slow, correct? The second blank is already gone by the time you finish the first blank, because the first and the second are very closely located. The third and the fourth have only 4 words in between. So third blank, once you listen to the third one, if you're writing down very slow, fourth one gone case. So all these are the shockers. Trust me on this. So how do we fix this? In the beginning, before the audio begins, it says beginning in 8 seconds, 7, 6, 5, or beginning in 10 seconds, 9, 8. Use that 10-second window of time to locate the distance between the blanks. Okay, first and 2 are very closely located. First one, let me write very quickly, or first one, let me write half, correct? So all these strategies you need to employ. Otherwise, it's gonna be a shocker, it's gonna be a disaster. You want to write, you know the word, but there is no time to write. The word has already gone. Be very careful. All these are the blunders, disasters that could completely go wrong. Don't fall prey to this. The 9th disaster is about write from dictation. Remember, write from dictation is the final module in your entire PTE exam. It's the final module. 3 or 4 questions will be there. Let's say there are 3 questions. You did first question, click next. Second question, click next. Third question you type, and there is some time left. Because entire listening is timed. Let's say listening 30 minutes they've given you. 29 minute 40 second is over. 20 more seconds are left. Right from dictation you finished writing and you're just waiting for the timer to expire. So if timer expires, will your last question be automatically saved? This is a very much debatable topic. Say I've seen many students who did not click the submit button before the timer expired and got 90. Handful of people, but many people with reading 90, speaking 90, writing, listening 72. Because they have not clicked the submit button before the timer expired. So from my experience, I've seen both the categories. So my suggestion is click the submit button before the timer expires, at least before 1 second or 2 seconds. 1 second or 2 seconds is left, click the submit button. Or 10 seconds are left, click the submit button. You got to finish it before the timer expires, because essay is timed, summarized written text is timed, summarized spoken text is timed. There is a time interval. You don't click the next button or submit button. Automatically after this time interval, whatever you've written will be taken into consideration. But here, write from dictation is not timed, isn't it so? So the logic goes like this: there is no proof, or we cannot expect the software to save your answer because it is not timed. It is best suggested to click the submit button before the timer expires. The 10th exam disaster that could completely go wrong in your exam is the time management for your entire listening, because when you reach the write from dictation, remember you're supposed to be left with 4 minutes. If you're left with 2 minutes, remember 4 questions you cannot write, correct? I've seen many students complaining that they were not able to write the last write from dictation. So 1 more question left and they were about to start typing, timer expired. If you do that, 1 write from dictation, hardly 10 words will be there. So I would lose 10 marks to my listening, 10 marks to writing, 100% no. 10 word audio you are not supposed to write. You are really bad is what the software thinks. It could be 20 marks if we have seen students score stuck at 62, 63 because they left one right from dictation in the exam. The 60, 62 was towards listening and writing both. Correct? You're supposed to have at least 4 minutes left is what I would recommend. If you need to have 4 minutes left for your write from dictation, then you need to follow this simple strategy. Choose single answer, listening. Choose multiple answer, listening. Select missing word, listening. Highlight correct summary, listening. All these 4, you are supposed to click one answer and quickly move on. Don't take extra time. Once the audio starts, the next button will not be activated. You cannot click the answer. But once the audio ends, click one and move on. Even if you know the answer or you don't know the answer, it's not going to make a difference. Click one and move on. If you know the answer, click the correct answer. If you don't know the answer, don't keep on debating in your mind, is this the correct answer, is this no? Click one and move on. You consume extra 10 seconds for each these question types. The last write from dictation, you will not be able to write. As a result, you will have to give the exam again. Don't let these disasters happen. These 10 disasters will definitely help you understand how to get that 90 quickly in your very first attempt without letting these disasters happen in your exam. Well, I really hope this was an informative video. Well, if you like the video, like, share and subscribe and leave your valuable comments in the comment section. Fine guys, with this I'll park it here. This is Nakul, Nakul, Nakul signing off from Skills PTE. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much.